Good afternoon, Courtney Morrison here with Made Architecture and Design with another weekend review. Last weekend was frigid. It was very cold. We stayed inside as much as we could, going out on Sunday for church, but that really was it. Other than that, it was inside for us. Really makes a great case for resilient housing, buildings in general, but housing specifically, where you're really focused on being comfortable in your space. It was 70 this week here in the metro area, and then a week ago, 13 or something like that. So, really making buildings to be as comfortable as possible in a very wide and broad range of temperatures and climates. It's really important and seems to be becoming more so important. I know last year we had a 3 month span where it was actually 0 degrees and then 80 degrees. So it really it was a broad spectrum. And so making our buildings better, more resilient, able to stand up to these types of weather conditions is important. So that was the weekend. On Monday, we went to an existing client's house and met a structural engineer there. We've gone through the concept process with them. They're going to do some bonus space on their existing second floor, but we're having to move into the attic and rework some ceiling and roof and things like that to achieve their goals. And so I went out there with the structural engineer so that he could walk through the site, take a look at the existing framing, think about how the new roof is going to tie in, what the new floor is going to be built out of, those kinds of things. And so really it's beneficial. I bring a structural engineer to every job that I do, and it is critical to get them out there early before work starts so that they can understand as much as possible about the existing conditions and existing framing and things like that. So very beneficial to me and to the client, I think. And so we took care of that on Monday. On Tuesday, you can see maybe the backdrop behind me is a little bit different. My wife and I, mostly her, took everything down, rearranged it all, and so hopefully it's a little bit nicer backdrop for you guys in these videos. Also did some marketing and stuff with her. And then on Wednesday, the structural engineer for the 400 square foot owner suite addition that I've been working on sent me his drawings for review. I had a few comments and questions for him. He and I coordinated. I updated my drawings. He updated his drawings. And so now they've actually been sent out now for permit. So excited to have that one out the door. Hopeful for these clients that they can get this project built. And so that's good to have that gone. And then on Thursday, more work, a little bit of coordination work on that owner suite edition, a little bit more work on the ceiling renovation and the dining hall project that I have with the interior designer. A little bit more on that in a second. And then I hit my networking event on Thursday afternoon. This is my second week in a row going with the Marietta Business Association, and really just recognizing that I am not good in a room full of 50 or 60 people speaking. And so trying to refine that a little bit and get better at my elevator pitch, and then inviting people in for further conversation. I'm extremely passionate about what I do, but in that setting, in a room full of people, I get nervous and it's hard to speak well to them. And so really thinking through what I'm going to do about that. I'm going to keep going and keep working at it and stay outside of my comfort zone, and hopefully I'll improve and we'll see some fruit from that. Hoping to really make some good connections there. I've already met some insurance folks and some general contractors and people who I think will be great, and I'll hopefully be able to serve in the future. So that was Thursday. I got 4 calls actually, I think, from prospective clients on Thursday alone, which is very unusual. Usually it's a little bit more just of a trickle, or rarely do they all come in the same day. One was for a gentleman who wants to build an ICF house. I'm very excited about that. That sounds great. One was from a lady who wants to do an owner suite addition, 2 stories, garage on bottom, owner suite above. I've already talked to her, and we've got a meeting set up to talk about that. One is from another lady who I think she's going to do a pretty significant remodel. We haven't been able to touch base yet on that. And the other was from a gentleman representing his HOA who wants a bathroom building done. It's got maybe 8 or 10 stalls in it, and it's a pretty small building, but it's a commercial building. And so we're going to have to bring the structural engineer, landscape architect, and MEP in to be able to complete that and give them everything they need to get that built. And so just starting the process on those and getting proposals out the door next week for each of those items. So excited to have some work coming in. That's really nice. On Friday, got the drawings sent out, like I said, for the owner suite addition, so that's good. Also doing additional work on the ceiling renovation in the dining hall. And one thing that's really come about that in that process and working with the interior designer is they have an existing lighting control system. And any new light fixtures that we put in have to be compliant with that. But that's not really my area or the interior designer's area of expertise. And so we're going to have to bring somebody in on the design side or a specialty contractor to handle it, because the last thing we want to happen is to select some beautiful lights, but they're not function the way this client is expecting them to function. And so really trying to figure out the best way to come together and make that happen for them and deliver an outstanding package that functions the way they want it to function. And so that's a critical component. It's something that we were aware of, but just the more and more the designer and I have talked about it, the more and more we've realized the need to bring someone in and get it right. So that is everything for this week. I look forward to talking to you guys next week. If you have questions or comments, leave them below. I will try to answer them in one of these videos. And like and subscribe if you don't mind. I would appreciate it. And I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Thank you.